documentary fans here again, and I figure why not do Ghostbusters 2. That's right, Ghostbusters 2, the second one. Now, as we all know, Ghostbusters, people may not know this, originally it's going to be a standalone film. It could be a standalone sort of beef, horror, comedy, whatever you want to call it, void 8 stars, that's what it was going to be. But because of the big success, the marketing and everything, they decided to make Ghostbusters 2. At us in '86, they did the big success of the real Ghostbusters, what went on for a number of years, even right through to the mid '90s. But that's a different story. But that era, they had the real Ghostbusters, they still had marketing and so on. Because of the big success of the real Ghostbusters, they decided, why not do a Ghostbusters 2 without burping. So, without ado, that's what happened. But the only thing is, the only issue is, I don't hate the film, but I do feel they should have. I don't know. The original came out, what, 1984? I just feel they could have did the real Ghostbusters. You could have ceased bought out in '86 to tie on the fences. Because this one to me, it feels like a remake, it feels like a sequel, it feels like a remake, I feel they've left it too long in the day. But some people could say that with Back to the Future 2. But even Back to the Future 2, they worked onto it. It still was a foil order to destination. In this, no. But I don't hate the film. After seeing the fucking horrible remake with the women, with the sexist, openistic jokes on us men. I get it, Bill Murray didn't want to come back to do that, which I think he should have done. So they kill his character off in the fucking even though he's not even the same person in the fucking reboot, reimagining, reshitting in female fucking dick busters. That's what it is, it's dick busters. The amount of sexist jokes on us men, the amount of fucking open-mystical shit, the amount of the characters or actors from 1 and 2 that make a guest appearance is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Ghostbusters 2, I've got to admit, it's a hell of a lot better than the remake. A hell of a lot better. The only little bits here and there was nitpicky, but it's good to see the old dang back. So you've got the theme tune, you've got both doing that, and then now they've got the idea of the down and out. They've got them doing that, they're doing kid things to raise a bit of money. You've got this one Dobby kid giving Ghostbusters shit. And there's a bit where they shout out, He-Man, He-Man. But the thing was, He-Man wasn't even around then. He-Man was bidding what in 83 to 85, and then the movie version with Dolph Lundgren come out. Even though I loved that film, it wasn't that successful, and He-Man went bye-bye in the later 80s. Back in what, mid-80s, more kids were mad on Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, starting to go Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? There was mad on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it never made sense where the kids go, He-Man, He-Man. But it is what it is. So you got the idea, they're all down and out, and they want to get back becoming the Ghostbusters. They're getting sued. There's a bit where I think the mayor, who was in number 1, is a dick. He was a dick in this because he's got this one guy, he's a bit like a Luppy, a bit Poncy and Snoopy. The funny thing is, he plays that character in everything he's been in. You might remember him being in The Running Man. He played in, I'm trying to think of the film, one with old Odin, No Old Bass. He played in that. He's been in a few things. And in this, he's about pond life. He's giving Bill Murray's character shit. And I love the line where he says, hey, I'm a voter, I'm a taxpayer. Are you supposed to kiss my ass and told me the world's wonderful? I tried to laugh at that, see, because you know what I'm saying about the government. So I thought that was quite a funny line. But they managed to get the power back. And this is the bit where I would have a laugh. I remember King Charles having a photo, and it does look exactly like this, which is called Dover. This evil spirit with the king and everything wants to sacrifice a baby and so on. So you got Sigourney Weaver, she comes back this a couple of years later. She's now got a baby. And you got the idea she's split up with her husband. You had the idea there's a thing going on with Bill Murray and her. And like I say, there's bits where I would say it's sort of like copying from the first one. There's a bit where they're slapping the dose with the laser guns. You've got this horrible rap in it, which is fucking horrible to hear. It's like a rap version of the Ghostbusters. I do have to remember the original music video was a rapper. And I do remember there's a funny bit where you see Don King walking along. I thought that was quite funny before he ever became the president. But I do like that. I like the bit of the Dover, the evil spirit. He possesses this guy. And I do admit there are some good horror moments in it where he's possessed and he's walking about and his eyes light up. That was like a scary scene. I do like the bit where that pig thing's trying to eat the baby, Stormy Weaver gets it out the nick of time. It kind of reminds me a bit of the Blob. Remember the 88, the Blob? It kind of reminds me of that. But before they got the powers back, they're in court, got these two trolls what come out both sides, and the judge says, I said them to elect it, and because they saved the day, they have the power to be the Ghostbusters again. So there are some good bits in it, and the bits I do feel it kind of copies from that. But I do like the idea it's a different story. You got Dolder, he's trying to sacrifice his baby. The baby gets kidnapped by the evil spirit who's possessed that guy. And Stormy Reeves trying to save the day. It's near New Year's Day. And I love the bit where they bring the Statue of Liberty to life. I like that. They come down, the sap's over, he disappears, they save the day. And I do love the iconic photo where they all stood to one corner in the photo frame. And sadly to say, it was the last we ever saw of them. This was, to me, the last decent Ghostbusters film. You do get Slimer, who makes a disappearance, but there's a bit of me. There's a bit of me what wished that Slimer was the main character in it, like he is in the real Ghostbusters. It would have told. I thought that would be an interesting idea that they told the story how Slimer becomes their character because he was in real Ghostbusters. I'd love to see them do that. But I do know there was a lot of deleted scenes, which sadly to say we never get to see. Well, actually explain that there's a lot more of Slimer, but they never shown it, and it pisses me off because I felt that would have been good to have another character what's a ghost, and Bill Murray's character doesn't like it because he remembers the time it slimed him. I thought that would have been an interesting touch. But it's good to see the characters come back. It's sort of sad it's one last time. They were going to make a Ghostbusters 3, roughly in the 90s. But Bill Murray, being what he is, a fucking dick, didn't want to do it. Ripped up the pieces of paper, shredded it, so I heard. And it's sad because one of the actors we all know is sadly no longer with us. Wanted that and never got to see it. And it's fucking heartbreaking. Instead, we get that fucking horrible remake, Dick Busters. Know what? The only fun I ever had was watching the porn version of that. The fucking reboot never went anywhere. The other ones never went anywhere. This to me was the last decent one after that. It really is. And I love the bit where they get it. I love the bit they got the slime in the toaster. I do know OCP's mutation made fun of that scene. And it says, it's ignorant, it's horrible, it's disgusting, and it's bouncing about. I like the music in it. Again, I do know there's a lot of deleted scenes. There's a scene where the mayor gets a load of shit. And I wish that was in the film because I just thought the mayor in this was a dick. Compared to number one, I just thought he was a dick. Because when you think about number one, when you think about it, the Ghostbusters saved the town. They saved people from the evil spirit, that use, whatever it was called, in number one. They saved the fucking day. If it wasn't of the Ghostbusters, that town would have been destroyed, and their thanks was they got fucking sued, had the powers taken away of being the Ghostbusters, and the mayor was still fucking. The mayor seems to forget that. So I just thought the mayor in this was a fucking prick, to be honest. I just thought he was a dick. So I felt sort of had that deleted scene in it where one of the Ghostbusters is giving him shit saying, you're the man who's going to be taught a slime in the town. But it's a good one to see him come back. I just wish they didn't make that. That's just me. But that's Ghostbusters 2. It's a good one of the last decent ones. I'll probably start doing the real Ghostbusters next. Into them. Be smart. Be safe. Fuck it. 10-star rating from me. Put into them. Be smart. Be safe. See you later.